back to the WCG for the afternoon session on day 2 of the second statewide traffic management test match. Brennan's 11 find themselves in a huge hole at the lunch break, going in at 3 for 7, still trailing Rabi's 11 by 10 runs. A pivotal session of the test match coming up. Day 2 started well for Rabi's 11. Their skipper taking the long handle to the Brennan's 11 bowlers to give them their first lead of the summer. But just as it looked like Rabi or Basher was taking this game away from Brennan's 11, he was dismissed by Daniel Hancock, and wickets began to tumble again. Ryan Schaefer dismissed cheaply for the first time in the series, and Robert Leonard soon after, as they were bowled out for 66. But in a spirited effort just before the lunch break, Brennan's 11 were in trouble once again early in their innings. And they were resumed 3 for 7, still trailing Rabi's 11 by 10 runs. So with Matt White to resume after the lunch break, he's yet to get off the mark with his side in all sorts of trouble at 3 for 7 in their second innings. White's experience needs to shine through here for his side. So the first ball of the afternoon session on day 2 will be Robert Leonard bowling around the wicket to Matt White. In now, it's a good length delivery, and that strikes White, I think around the groin region. And it's not a great one to get first up after lunch. Oh yeah, uncomfortable. Good start there from Rabi's 11 and Rob Leonard, picking up where they left off in that opening session. As Leonard bowls again now to White, and this one's a horrible delivery. And White pounces on it and smacks this down the ground for 6. That's emphatic. A mixed start for both sides to begin this afternoon session. As Leonard will now bowl over the wicket now to White. It's a shorter delivery, and that's well fielded on the offside by Pat McGregor, who's always hard to beat at that cover region. This one's shaping up to be a massive session of the test series. Can Rabi's 11 drive a nail into the Brennan's 11 coffin? As Leonard bowls again to White, and it's a slower delivery on his hips for no run. Tony Ibrahim to bowl the second over after the lunch break. In now to White over the wicket. It's a full delivery outside the off stump, and White wisely leaves it alone. Bowled quite well in his debut test match, Tony Ibrahim. Good line and length here shown by the elder statesman. So he'll come in again to White. This one's a full delivery, and this one's played on the onside, and it beats Robert Leonard there at mid-wicket for a boundary. This one slightly over pitch and drifts onto White's pads. It pays a price. The deficit has been eroded now, as Tony Ibrahim will come in again to White, and it's a play and miss there from White. It's another good delivery there from Ibrahim. Draws White into the stroke. It's a good delivery. Ibrahim to bowl again now to White. Over the wicket in now, it drifts onto his pads, and White plays it off the fence. Will get a single. That means that now Brennan's 11 are in the lead. That's the end of the over. Brennan's 11 3 for 18, leading by 1 run here in this second innings. White had started this middle session fantastically well for Brennan's 11. Quickly eroded this deficit. He's still got a lot of work to do now to get Brennan's 11 into a decent position. This will be Pat McGregor now to bowl around the wicket to him now. In he comes, it's a good length delivery, and that leaps at White. And there's a massive appeal here from the Rabi's 11 close-in fielders. They are convinced they've heard a noise here. If you look in the replay, and he's missed that by a mile. Well, I'm not sure what they heard, but they were well off there, Rabi's 11. As Pat McGregor will come in again to Matt White, and it's another great delivery, good length delivery, which goes across White, and he leaves it alone. Always a good battle between the elder statesmen. Who will come out on top in this particular battle? As McGregor is in again to White, and it struck him on the leg, and they're asking the umpire whether he's played a stroke or not. If Pat McGregor didn't seem too interested in it, yeah, that's why, because it's pitched outside leg and swinging past leg 2. 3 for 18 as Rabi Basher will bowl to Matt White now over the wicket. In now, it's a full delivery, and Matt White hammers that down the ground back past him. That's a brilliant stroke there from White. He's come out after lunch and attacked the Rabi's 11 bowlers with just rewards. Basher to continue over the wicket to White. This one's a shorter delivery wide outside the off stump, and White lets that go. Brilliant start to the session here for Brennan's 11 and Matt White. Has raced to 15. Brennan's 11 3 for 22 in their second innings. A lead of 5 runs. So Basher will continue again to White. It's a full delivery and it's hit White on the boot, but he's playing a stroke and won't be given out LBW. Question marks whether that was sliding down leg anyway. The big battle this from the current skipper of the opposition and the former skipper. Of course, White joining Brennan's 11 this season for the first time. He grabs weights at the top of his mark. In now, it's a full toss. White plays that on the offside to Johnson, who throws it back and hits White. He wakes his way over to apologise to White. It was purely accidental. Perhaps just trying to get under the skin of the elder statesman. Need to do better than that, one feels. Rabia Basher to continue again now to White. In now, it's a wild full toss down the leg side. White asking whether or not that's a no ball. The umpire says no. Yeah, this has been an erratic over so far from El Basher. Perhaps just trying a little too hard here to get White's wicket. He demonstrates there with his senior partner, Pat McGregor. Trying to devise a mini plan here to get White out. So El Basher bowls to White for the final ball of his over. And it's a slower delivery which catches the edge of White. But this has narrowly missed the automatic wicket. Well, the plan nearly worked. Brennan's 11 3 for 24 in their second innings. Robert Leno will bowl again now to White around the wicket. This one drifts way down the leg side. White leaves it alone. Good recovery this from Brennan's 11 and White after the lunch break. And White has moved along to 16. Still plenty of work to do for Brennan's 11 as the lead only stands at 7. But it started off as they needed to. So Leonard into White again, and that beats Nathan Hancock at that mid-wicket region. And that's another boundary from Matt White. He moves along to 20. Brennan's 11 3 for 28. Michael Johnson to bowl the 13th over of the innings. In now to White, and he's played that on the onside to Paneros for no run. Bit of an effort ball there from Johnson, as the alarm bells might just be starting to ring with White moving along to 20. He's in again now to White, and that's a good delivery there from Johnson, which rises at White. And he leaves that alone. The lead for Brennan's 11 now stands at 12. Yeah, Brennan's 11 3 for 29 in their second innings. As Johnson bowls again to White. I think he's used a swing ball this time, as this one drifts down the leg side, and White leaves it alone. Johnson with figures of 2 for none after picking up Mark Passerfield and Daniel Hancock just before the lunch break. And this will be another big wicket for his side. As he comes in again now to White. It's a full wide delivery outside the off stump, and White leaves that alone. So inch by inch, Matt White is clawing his side back into the contest. Johnson bowls again to him now, and I think that's a slower ball. He's rolled the fingers over it, and again this one drifts down the leg side for no run. White realises he's got plenty of time in this test match. That's exactly what he needs to bat now with his side in trouble. So Johnson comes in for the final ball of his over, and it's an absolute beauty there to White, and he has got him. That's a massive wicket there for Rabi's 11. It's an absolute brute of a delivery there to White. As he looks back at the pitch, it might have straightened on him, but he's got to go. Well, Johnson picks up his 3rd wicket of the innings. Another stroke of brilliance there from him. That brings Josh Bolling to the crease with his side at 4 for 29, leading Rabi's 11 by just 12. That was the end of Johnson's over. So it'll be George Paneros into Bolling for his first delivery. It's a good length delivery on off stump. Bolling is forward and defends well. What a brilliant ebb and flow contest this is at the WCG. Just when it looked like White was starting to get a grip on this match, Rabi's 11 have removed him. So Paneros in again to Bolling, and that's a brilliant stroke, second ball down the ground. It's a beautiful on drive from Bolling. Thank you very much. Off the mark in style. Paneros to bowl again now to Bolling. And now it's a full toss. He gets a leading edge. Oh, and it's just eluded Nathan Hancock there at mid-wicket. And it goes for 6. Yeah, the luck just going with Bolling there. He just couldn't get up the youngster. Bolling has raced along to 11. Brennan's 11 4 for 42, a lead of 25 runs. As it'll be Tony Ibrahim now to bowl to him, and it's a wild hoik across the line. And And that could not have been too far away from that off stump. Yeah, this has been an aggressive start here from bowling. He's raced along to 11 off 8 deliveries. He's not overawed by the task at hand. So it's Tony Ibrahim to bowl again to him now. And this one drifts down the leg side as bowling plays at it, but misses. There's no run. Good little cameo this, but they know if they can remove bowling here, they've got just 3 more to get with Brennan's 11 only leading by 25. So Ibrahim bowls again to him now. He plays that on the offside. He's going to take Johnson on. Oh, and it's a massive mistake. You do not take this man on. It's another brilliant piece of fielding from Michael Johnson. To be fair to bowling, if it was any other fielder, he's probably safe, but it's not any other fielder, and they're 5 down. Johnson has stood up once again with another massive moment at the WCG, and that brings Gavin Merrifield to the crease. His side 5 for 42 in this middle session with a lead of just 25 runs. So it'll be Tony Ibrahim to bowl to Gavin Merrifield for his first delivery. In now to full toss. Oh, and he's hit it at Pat McGregor, who has dropped it there at short mid-wicket. Well, it's a tough chance. I'll tell you what, by Pat's standards, he's probably upset that he's dropped it. Another action-packed session at the WCG. Nathan Hancock will bowl now to Gavin Merrifield. Oh, and it's beaten him with an absolute beauty. He has got that swing ball talking all match here, Nathan. And that's another beauty. And it narrowly misses the edge of Gavin Merrifield's bat. So Nathan Hancock to continue to Merrifield over the wicket. In now to shorter delivery. Gav gets it past McGregor there at that short mid-wicket region. But Nathan Hancock fields brilliantly off his own bowling. Yeah, this has been a brilliant performance from the youngster. He's coming of age. He's always had the talent. It looks like now it's shining through. So Gavin Merrifield fresh to the wicket. It's another massive period of the test match here for Rabi's 11. Nathan Hancock will bowl again to Merrifield, and this one swings into his body. Merrifield just lets it hit him after pitching outside the leg stump. So Brennan's 11 5 for 42 in their second innings, a lead of 25 runs. They've still got their skipper in the sheds. Hancock will bowl again now to Merrifield, and he beats him once again. Well, this time I think it's the trailing leg of Merrifield that saves him. Yeah, it is. Brilliant from the youngster. So it'll be McGregor to steam in around the wicket here to Merrifield. In now to full delivery, and Merrifield lofts that back down the ground for 6. That's a brilliant shot there from Merrifield. He's off the mark in style. Pat pays the price for over pitching. Brennan's 11 5 for 48, a lead of 31 runs. As McGregor will bowl again now to Merrifield around the wicket, and it's a typical response from the big man. Finds his length again across Merrifield, and he's beaten. Yeah, McGregor has got Gavin Merrifield out twice out of 3 times in this series. He's looking to make it a third now, as he bowls again to Merrifield. It's a full delivery, it's played down the ground, and fielded by Paneros. Can Merrifield produce another rescue mission for his side? It's been brilliant for Brennan's 11 over the last couple of years. As McGregor will bowl again to Merrifield, and that one sneaks through, but I think this has hit Merrifield on the toe, and that might have just saved him, or that might have actually been swinging down leg. McGregor into Merrifield around the wicket for the last ball of his over. In now, it's a slower delivery, it's a full toss, and Merrifield has pounced on it. 10 runs off the McGregor over. Brennan's 11 have moved along now to 5 for 52. This will be the final over before the tea break. It'll be Rabi Albasha bowling to Gavin Merrifield. It's a good delivery, full delivery. Gavin Merrifield plays that to Rob Leonard on the leg side. So it's been a pretty decent recovery in this middle session from Brennan's 11. They've added 45 runs for the loss of just 2 wickets. Rabi Albasha comes in again now over the wicket to Merrifield. It's a good length delivery, and he gets a thick edge Merrifield. And again, this must have narrowly missed the auto wiki. Oh, it has. Albasha's unlucky again. Close call there for Merrifield. Albasha will continue to him now. It's a full delivery. It's played on the offside, and it's gone for a boundary. There's calls for 6, and it has been awarded a 6. Ooh, oh, it's come off Michael Johnson's boot and gone for 6. Luck with Brennan's 11 at the moment. So the final ball of another entertaining session. Albasha in now to Merrifield. It's played down the ground, and that's well fielded by Albasha. And that ends another brilliant session of cricket. So I think Brennan's 11, after being 3 for 7 at the start of the session, would be the happier of the two sides at the tea break as they head into the break 5 for 58, a lead of 41 runs. Gavin Merrifield starting to turn the screws for Brandon's 11 with 16 not out, as this sets up a series defining final session when we come back.